pretty much everybody in the city kind of knew about Black Wall Street Cafe, but at the time I didn't have any of like my licenses or permits or anything like that. So this year I ended up getting registered with the state of California as an LLC. Got all my permits in order, and ended up doing my regular place sales that I do on weekends, cooking out the house. But then I started doing something new, which was called Feed the Streets. And Feed the Streets is basically a way for me to give out free food to the community or those who are in need. So I'll have free food. I'll cater a bunch of food, go get hygiene products as well. Go cook at the local parks out there where I know there's a lot of folks that are in need. And I'll go cook, give them the hygiene products and stuff like that, give them goodie bags. And that's something I'll try to do at least once a month. And that's, in a sense, been my community activism out here. There's other organizations out here that do it, but I felt like as someone who's, in a sense, experienced some sort of struggle as a freshman, sophomore in college by yourself, it's kind of hard asking for help. When you need help, but you don't want to ask. So through the Feed the Streets program, that was my way of knowing that you need help. However, you don't have to ask for it. It's already here for you. You just got to come by, pick it up. It's all anonymous. So after this first one, I did a second one, but this time I ended up paying bills for single households. And I also took them out to go buy groceries as well. So I try to switch it up here and there just to figure out the needs of the people. Especially coming in from the inner cities of San Diego, especially at first, when everybody comes from the inner city, we all share struggles and stuff like that. And we know what it's like to be, having trouble trying to pay a bill or something like that. So this was my way of, in a sense, contributing back to society, in a sense.
So where are you getting these resources from, though? Who are you?
What was that?
Are you funded by organizations, or where's this coming from?
All out of pocket. Everything's out of pocket. Everything I make from my food sales. Of course, also my jobs that I have out here as well. But for the most part, it's usually just out of pocket. I'll get donations from a couple of my peers out here, but for the most part, it's all out of pocket expenses.
So if our viewers want to feed the streets with you, can you go ahead and can you give us either like a Cash App or
Absolutely.
handle or something?
So when I do Feed the Streets, what I'll do is I'll post a flyer up. You can follow my Instagram at Black Wall Street Cafe.
Can you say that again?
Black Wall Street Cafe on Instagram.
One more time.
And that's when I usually post my flyers.
One more time. We need our audience to hear all the ways that they can help feed the streets. So
absolutely.
Hear these as a list, please.
Sounds good. So the first and foremost, Instagram. Black Wall Street Cafe is a Instagram handle. So usually that's where I'll post all my activism stuff or even my play sales and stuff. So that will be the number one standpoint to help. If you're abroad or you're out of the city or wherever you're at, I do have a Cash App handle for you to donate funds to help purchase stuff. It is Cash App or the money sign, Black Wall Street.
And that's Wal with one L, right? Because that's your name.
One L with one L, yeah. Black Wal with one L, ST. And it's the same for Venmo as well. It's the same thing. And then everything, all money that's donated goes directly to the program. I don't keep nothing. I don't want nothing. This is all for the people. But yeah, that's how we run it.
Okay. Well, it is amazing that someone fresh out of college who has not built, I'm assuming you haven't built wealth yet, is putting others' needs before his own.
Absolutely.
It's great to see, and you're not giving an inferior product, you're giving your top-notch product.
Absolutely. Everything's top tier. I don't like giving half. I don't like giving people bottom tier stuff. I like to give them quality, which is the same way sometimes, like even with running a business sometimes too, you end up spending way more than making profit. But at the end of the day, it's all about quality. And at the end of the day, how I look at things, like the money will always come back. Just give people the great experience and quality food. So I'm not worried about it. As long as people are happy, I'm happy.
All right. Well, one thing that I see on that you're wearing right now is, I guess that's your day job or your main job.
Yeah, this is my main job right now. I work. Go ahead.
Go ahead and tell us, what does CCC stand for?
Oh, CCC stands for the California Conservation Corps. It's a wildland. Well, at least at my station, it's a wildland firefighting program. So basically, what I do there, I'm a special corps member, and my duties are to do residential staff at night. So I work the 4 p.m. to midnight shift, and then when it's fire season, I'll do fire support as well. So that's what I do Sunday through Thursday. And then, of course, if we get called out for fire support, it get extended. But this is my main job. On weekends, Friday, Saturday, when I'm off, I'm usually cooking. During the day, and then at night, I'm a bouncer at a bar. So
you just, 3 jobs.
Three jobs, 3 busy jobs.
Yeah, and you said fire support. So are you fighting fires? Are you going out there with
I go out there to the fires. We had one up here in Chico. Was it last week? Or about a week and a half ago. So up in NorCal, there's always a fire somewhere. Yeah. So with fire support, I'm in the car, and we have corps members who are actually fighting fire lines and stuff like that. So I'm in the truck with the radio. If they're in need, I go get them, bring them back to safety. But I just pretty much providing support for them. But there's times where we do go out and fight these fires as well.
So you are protecting people from fires. You are giving people comfort through soul food when they're far from home. You are feeding people who are hungry. You're helping people meet their bills, and you're getting rid of drunk people in bars.
Correct.
So people can enjoy themselves.
Correct.
You're just like a Superman out there. You're just out there making society better, one job at a time.
Yeah, it's great, honestly. Especially with the bar job. That's the first major job in a sense I got out of college. I started literally graduation weekend, and I was a bouncer there. Definitely didn't know what I was doing at the time, but the bar was not that bad. And of course, coming from the inner cities, you have the street knowledge to assess the situation in a timely manner. So that helped. That was to my advantage. And over time, my skill sets within that field progressed. And how I got this current job, I was at the restaurant. They're like, we don't have any door staff for tonight. I was like, I got you if you need anything. And that's just how I started. Yeah. Yeah. So that's where we at. So I'm in a sense, I'm working 7 days a week. But we make it work.
That's why you aren't spending money, is because you're making money.
Right. Just spending money. It's just doesn't make sense sometimes, honestly. So I try to keep myself busy, especially at this time when it's during quarantine, when you don't have anything to do, especially in Chico. You're out having fun all day, and it definitely takes a toll on your bank account. So working at a bar saves me money, and I'm getting paid. So, and in a sense, I'm still kind of having fun, but being safe at the same time.
So I have a question. I have never had Sudanese food, but I've had plenty of soul food.
Right.
Is there a Sudanese food similar to soul food, or did you have to learn that separate? Is there a section?
So for Sudanese food, in a sense, because I don't think there's any. I haven't been to San Diego in years, so I don't know if there's been a restaurant that popped up out of nowhere. I don't know. There might be. I could look into it and let y'all know. But when I got out here, it was hard because you can't find any of the spices you need for African food or Sudanese food in general. And let's also go to Sacramento, which is about an hour and a half, and I'm not doing that. So, and especially when I didn't have a car at the time. So I ended up just sticking with soul food, something that I have local here. And just learning day in, day out, watching YouTube videos, Netflix. It was definitely a struggle at first, but I had a great mentor by the name of Jasmine. she was doing a lot of soul food and stuff like that. She has a lot of family members from the South. So she taught me a lot of my recipes. And then over time, I ended up tweaking them, making them my own. And it's just been rocking shit ever since.
Do you have a good tax person?
What?
Do you have a good tax person?
Oh, yeah, I run everything through LegalZoom. I have one of my fraternity brothers that handles my taxes and stuff like that. So,
okay.
Yeah, everything's legitimized.
What was your first?
You go ahead.
Sorry, this will be my last food question because I have a bunch of them. I had your food, and I just love to hear this progression. What was the first major item you bought as an investment for cooking? Like, did you buy a grill? Did you buy some good knives? What was it?
I bought a grill. It was right when I started my first plate sale because my roommate had a grill. But this was something that I bought for myself, which was in a sense mine, which I'll take with me. So I bought a grill at Walmart for like $200. And I didn't know much about grills at the time. So this specific grill that I bought collected a lot of grease on the bottom from like the chicken and stuff like that, and it'll catch on fire. And it was, in a sense, a 1 out of 10 type of grill. Wouldn't recommend it. But that was my first major investment that I made for the business.
Okay.
What is I have a food question myself. What's your top item? What's the thing that people should get?
Oh, the top item, of course, mac and cheese is the always #1 seller. With the, I call it jerk chicken, but it's not necessarily jerk, but it has a bunch of Caribbean and African spices in it. And it's grilled. So I don't cook chicken breasts. I think those shouldn't be in stores. So I usually stick to thighs, drumsticks, and wings and stuff like that. So I'll put them all in a marinade and then I'll grill them out. Or you can fry them, however you want to do it. But those are my top two things. And then as of recently, I have this thing called Rafiki fries, which is basically like a loaded fries in a sense. Like, kind of stuff fries, but instead of that salad, you have like a fried hot chicken and chipotle sauce, cheese, and ranch sauce on it. So those are the type items selling now right now.
So you haven't been to San Diego in years.
Correct.
If there was a reunion, or if there was a, our students have not had a prom or other celebrations like that because of the pandemic. If there was something of that nature, would you be able to come down and
absolutely
bless us?
Absolutely, easy, without a doubt. I'll definitely come down. I've been wanting to come down to San Diego, but I've been just stuck in the LA region, catering out there. But I'm definitely, that's one thing I've been honestly trying to do. But with COVID, I know it's not, because I know we have the homecoming in December, and what else is there?
Cool. Stick with that. Just think about that.
Okay, we could do that. Easy work. I don't have anything booked, so I'll just put y'all down. Just send me the dates, and I'll lock y'all in now.
Okay, that sounds good. I mean, I have to get the dates approved and all that, but let's keep this conversation going.
Absolutely. I'm more than willing to do it. I'll definitely create a 10-item menu for y'all. Get y'all blessed up.
I need to make a 3-item menu, and then
I'll throw in the extras.
And go in for the adults.
oh, absolutely. Well, we'll definitely have something for that as well.
Okay, that sounds good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, anything else you learned, or any other hobbies or new things you picked up during quarantine times?
Honestly, just been cooking, saving money, crypto. Just getting my financial literacy up. I ended up founding what was it? The budget planner Mr. Ramos gave us in 10th grade. So I've been utilizing that every day.
Awesome.
Because I have one in my bank, but it's not it's not really efficient. It's not telling me where I'm really spending. And you know how banks started to put holds, and it's just doing too much. So I've been doing that on my phone, going in and day out, try to manage my expenses. You know, just going out in nature, just getting into.
So you're into crypto. What crypto do you like right now? Can you give me?
Right now, I'm in of course, the Dogecoin hype, but I left that alone after a while. I got in pretty early, real early. So I was able to get a lot of gains off that. But that's one of my long-term holds. Of course, AMC. Which are the other ones that I have? UX. It's like UXBY or something like that.
Okay.
I hold an Apple stock. And there's a bunch of other smaller ones, but it's a lot, honestly. I really don't even look. I just put it in sometimes and I just forget about it.
Just plant some seeds and hope it grows into a tree.
Right. Yeah. I just leave things alone, honestly. It's not really my thing with crypto. Like, you know, I'm not really invested, especially because I'm too busy a lot. But when things slow down, I'll definitely be dialed in for sure.
But you are investing, you are diversifying the way you save and invest. That's great to hear.
Yeah. Building assets and all that. So
nice. All right,
I just want to say how impressed I am. You know, I have a hard time telling students like I'm proud of you because it feels like, you know, honestly, I don't feel like we're in a position to be telling you that we're proud of you. I'm impressed. You make me proud. You know,
I appreciate it.
That you passed through my classroom and you're this amazing. I don't even want to say young man. Like, you're just like this amazing man now, running a business, caring about the community. You're an inspiration.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Definitely means a lot. Definitely means a lot.
And it's always good to have. It's good to see good things happen to good people.
Yeah.
And then good people sharing that with other good people.
Right.
And so it's infectious. Like, I mean, you are spreading a virus that is a good virus of opportunity. You're spreading the virus of being there for people when they need it. You're spreading the virus of positivity and giving back. And those are things that we as teachers, we hope that, you know, we go into the field because we hope that we can be a small part of that journey. And just be a little part of that, just to see you fulfill your potential. And you've already fulfilled it, and you're still on that trajectory beyond it.
Right. Definitely means a lot for sure. It's a work in progress. It's definitely a work in progress. You know, it's a learning experience day in and day out. Honestly, I just take one day at a time. I really don't like to stress myself out thinking about the future and stuff like that. You know, because, you know, sometimes that can lead to, when you start focusing too much, it's good to have your short-term and long-term goals, of course, but I think when you start focusing too far in, and you're not really working on what you can do now, you know, it just leads to a bunch of anxiety and stress. And, yeah, so it's work in progress. Take it day by day. Take it day by day for sure.
You're doing great, and that is some wisdom. Yeah, so you are doing great.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Learn from y'all. I learn from the best.
I have 2 quick questions and points. One, you graduated with a psych degree.
Correct.
Are you using that with the CCC? And do you care to use it, or are you happy with what you're doing?
Well, right now, which is crazy, because I have a psych degree, and of course you have to go postgraduate, you know, get your master's and your doctorate and stuff like that. But at this point in time, not necessarily worried about that psych path, especially with the work I'm doing now at the CCC with the fire staff. I think my career goals now is just, in a sense, just starting a fire career, and eventually get into LA Fire Department in the future. Some days, in terms of my psych degree, I utilize that with mentorship and stuff like that with various organizations out here. But for the most part, I don't really seeking a profession in psychology as like a therapist or anything like that. I think for me, psych is more so a way for me to be aware of everything that's around me, and try to look at things from a different perspective, and just ask why. But in terms of a career, I'm going the fire route in the catering route. That's my route for now.
All right. Well, Wal, I want to say I'm proud of you, but now Mr. Ramos makes me feel guilty for saying it. So
Go ahead, say it. I
still mean it. You make me proud.
Yeah.
You make me proud of myself.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a better way to say it, because I mean, for everything that we mentioned earlier, and you, so glad to have you as our first interview for this summer. This summer is a very different summer than last summer.
Right.
Last summer was a lot of pain, and we had some celebration through pain. And this summer is a lot more celebration and appreciation, and just looking at all of these great accomplishments and how we've stuck together, how we've endured, and you're a great example of that. So we are so pleased to have you as our first guest this year.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. It's been an honor. I watched a lot of your episodes, and I'll be on the YouTube channel and Instagram page. You guys are doing a great thing. I love it. Got to keep it going, and definitely when I come down to San Diego, we could do a little barbecue or something like that. And then, of course, for the students, we'll get y'all some catering. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. I really appreciate y'all, and your work does not go unnoticed. Especially, I feel like now, when we're in a different space, when it's like years down the line, you kind of get to see like, okay, maybe that's why they kind of went off on me a little bit. But it definitely helps, and you guys are doing a great job. So keep impacting these students. They might not realize now, but later on they will. And it definitely happened for me, and I really appreciate it for sure.
All right, and now I'm thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Wal.
Much love. Appreciate it.